Welcome back, Towners. Today we're going to make a deep fried blackberry jalapeno glazed ham. Let's get it. Alright guys, to start off this recipe, we have our ham here. This is a whole ham shank, not a spiral cut ham, it's just a whole ham. We took it out of the packaging and rinsed it off, and then took some paper towels and patted it dry to get all the moisture off that we could from the ham. We then went ahead and scored the ham in a big square checkerboard pattern, cross-sectioning across all of the ham to help cook and get the grease inside the ham while it's cooking. Then we went ahead and just put that straight into the fryer. We had just finished cooking the turkey, the deep fried turkey that we did in the previous video, so our oil was already hot. If yours isn't hot, you might want to preheat that. It may take about 35 to 40 minutes for your oil to heat up. But then just go ahead and drop that in slowly. Make sure you get as much moisture off as you can, because the hams are very have a lot of moisture on them, so just pat them dry as much as you can. Then go ahead and slowly drop that into the fryer. As that's cooking, we went ahead and started to work on our glaze. To a saucepan, we added in a 16-ounce bag of frozen blackberries. To that, we added in some water, some sugar-free orange marmalade, some sugar-free syrup, and some brown sugar substitute. Then we pulled out our homies, added in some chopped jalapenos, and that's pretty much everything that you need for the glaze. I'll go ahead and start to stir that up and let that come to a boil. You want to stir that up as much as you can. You want the blackberries to basically burst and soften up and release their juices. And you want that orange marmalade to thin out and basically get to your consistency that you want. Once it comes to a boil, just start to reduce it down to how thick or thin you want the sauce. This is ultimately what I should have kept it at. I should have kept it at this thickness so that I could pour the sauce over top of it, but I went a little bit further and then basically try to bring it back. Now this is what our ham looked like after it came out of the fryer. The hams pretty much take about 5 to 6 minutes per pound to cook that. And as you can see, the bone is fully exposed on this one. When I scored it right down the middle, that basically allowed the ham to open up, and that the bone at the top, the ham bone on top, is just fully exposed. Presentation wise, doesn't look that good, but it helps with cutting it. You can pretty much see the bone right down the middle, and you can just easily cut that out. This is how far down we went with the reducing of our glaze. And we just went ahead and took it off of the heat there and we tried to pour it over top, but it was too thick. So we just took a spoon and slowly just spooned that over top to get as much as we can all over the ham. Tried to pour it in some spots, but it was very thick sauce. So we just took our basting brush and tried to just get this all over the ham and all the nooks and crannies where it wouldn't cascade down into. We then took our sauce and just added a little bit more water to it and put it back on the heat for a few seconds just to get that sauce to combine again. And then we were able to pour that over top, over the ham. This is what the final product of what our ham looked like. We left it in a tin pan for a few moments because the sauce was still dripping down on it, and didn't want that to just basically run all over the cutting board. But we just left it in a tin pan, and here are pictures of it. This came out very, very good. The ham had a nice color on it from the dark purple color from the blackberries that we had on it, and the taste was great. A lot of sweetness on that from the blackberries that they opened up and released their juices. The orange marmalade had a lot of sweetness to it, as well as the brown sugar substitute and the syrup that we added to it. And then our homies came through with the heat, jalapenos added to that. We had one large jalapeno, so I just used that, just chopped that up finely. You can use 1 or 2 if you want. If you don't want that heat in it, you can definitely seed it and take the seeds out. but the heat wasn't really that big of a concern on it. It just added a little bit of flavor to it. My wife wasn't complaining anything about the heat on it at all. It's such a large cut of meat that when you pour that over top, it's just coating the outside of the ham, and once you get deeper inside the ham, you're not really going to taste that or anything. If you wanted this to get a little bit deeper, you could possibly cut into it while you're basting it. Once you take it out of the oil and it cools off a bit, you can just cut holes in it and try to pour some of the sauce deeper into it all over the ham. But it doesn't matter how you do it. When you cut it up, you're going to cut it up so thin that the sauce is going to basically coat everything anyway. But this came out very nice. Here we are just cutting up some of the ham on the cutting board to serve it, and nice juicy flavor was everywhere all throughout the ham. We'll definitely do this again. Try it out with some different flavors, maybe a brown sugar glaze or another fruit spread flavored. But if anyone has any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Enjoy. Hey guys, as always, please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. All menu items are listed in the description box. And thank you guys for watching.